Good morning. My name is Trinity Hogman, and I am the proud president of the class of 2020. It is with great honor that I get to welcome all of you, more than 500 graduates, as well as their families, friends, and faculty to this year's graduation ceremony. Although this isn't exactly how we thought our high school careers would end, it shouldn't take away from the fact that we've made it to this huge milestone. If anything, let this situation remind us that we can truly accomplish anything. There are a few things that stand out when I think about what makes the class of 2020 so special. The first is the acceptance of who we are. No matter what we look like, where we come from, or what we've been through, we have stuck by one another. Over these 13 years of Saratoga schooling, I have seen and felt a change in our community. Members of our class are so passionate about what they believe in, and they are willing to go above and beyond to make sure that their voice is heard. All of us deserve to be heard, and our class has done a great job in allowing and respecting people who do so. The second thing that makes us so special is our dedication to hard work. These past 4 years, I have had the pleasure of working alongside many of you. I'm continuously inspired by you all, whether you're in the classroom, on the court, in the auditorium, in the workshop, or in the community. I hope you can carry on these strengths as you continue on your journey. The final thing is our perseverance. At times, especially these past few years, it has seemed that the world wasn't working in our favor, but we have made it through these difficult experiences by working together and supporting one another. The harder this class is knocked down, the stronger we rise. Given all of these qualities, I find myself so appreciative to call myself a member of the class of 2020. I hope you all can reflect and appreciate what you have. Appreciate your own capabilities. Appreciate how hard you've worked these past 13 years. Appreciate all who have stood by your side and helped you get to this very moment. Two people who have always been by my side, literally since the very beginning, are my two triplet brothers, Harrison and Griffin. We've shared every birthday together. We've had all of our school photos taken together, forced by mom and dad. We graduated elementary school together. We graduated middle school together. And here we are today, the three of us graduating. I still haven't wrapped my head around the fact that my two built-in best friends and I will be separated next year. However, this is bittersweet as I know we will go on to do bigger and better things. Most of you can't relate to being a multiple, except for the oddly large handful from our grade that actually can. But here's the takeaway. Whether you were born together or found each other later in life, appreciate all of the people you have and how they've made a profound impact on your life. There are many teachers, parents, guardians, and siblings here with you today to celebrate this amazing milestone. I can confidently say that our class of Blue Streaks and our collective experience is one like no other. Big changes are coming as we step into the next chapter of our lives. This step was always meant to be big, but for our class, it's bigger. This ceremony doesn't just represent the end of high school, it represents the beginning of the rest of our lives. So let's get to it and continue to show the world what we're made of. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Greetings, Saratoga Springs High School community. My name is Michelle Tsao, principal of Saratoga Springs High School, and it is my honor to celebrate with you the graduating students of the class of 2020 for our 147th commencement recognition. While we cannot hold a traditional commencement ceremony this year, the more than 500 students of the class of 2020 deserve recognition for achieving this milestone in their lives. Despite the losses of this spring, these students have continued to persevere in a time of unprecedented challenge and made the best of their circumstances to earn their designation as graduates from Saratoga Springs High School. There are so many traits that are represented in this class. If you ask any teacher, staff, parent, or community member, they would surely each choose a different term to describe this unique and wonderful group of graduates. As a whole, how I would summarize the class of 2020 into one word: perseverance. These students have endured a year like few others before them in recent history. With little time and notice, they lost the familiarity of a regular school day and had to figure out a way to do everything at home, to learn, lead, and plan for the future. One new aspect of learning was how to connect with others that is different than how you would normally do. You have always had an easier time connecting with others, more so than previous generations. Somehow, the new normal way of connecting was not enough. I have heard from many families of this class of how students have appreciated the snail mail and personal phone calls during this time, and that it has cultivated in a closer, more meaningful connection with others. And so this perseverance, to have to create a new normal, adapt to a new way of learning, to establish connections, and to celebrate the end of your senior year has been what defines this outstanding group of graduates. We have seen this perseverance in the following ways: their continued achievement in their coursework during remote learning, a social media page that allowed classmates to share their future plans post-graduation, athletes being a team virtually when they could not be together on the fields, fundraisers to unite the class of 2020 around the region, advocating for their class for the hope of one more chance to get together as a whole group, and countless other examples of the creative ways students celebrated each other and their school community. This leads me to a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Graduates, you did just that. You left your trail where there was no path. You looked at the challenges presented to you and created a new normal for yourselves and for your peers, and you made it special. You persevered in the face of adversity, and you earned your recognition as graduates. Many of you started your own path of perseverance far before this pandemic, and yet continued on a path of your own making to reach this milestone today. As you leave us to pursue your future endeavors, continue this perseverance to make your own path, and recognize that the path you make does not have to be a straight one. It may start out as a rocky path, and then you will make the curves and the narrows. You will make the switchbacks, bridges, and steep hills on your path. That is okay, because the best learning and tests of your perseverance will be in the challenges on the path. Throughout your endeavors, remember to always bring that path back to your home, to your families and your close friends. Without that side journey, those curves and hills will be more challenging. You will need that support and care from that side journey to keep your path moving forward, and eventually it will become smooth and paved, and your perseverance will be what got you to that point. Wherever your path leads you, graduates, we hope that it brings you all of the excitement, joy, and successes that you are seeking. When you have time, bring that path back to Saratoga Springs High School and share your journey with us. Good luck in your futures. We are so very proud of you. Congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2020. Thank you.
Hello, this is Dr. Michael Patton, Superintendent of Schools. I would like to welcome all of our parents, family members, fellow educators, members of the Board of Education, and most importantly, the class of 2020, to the 147th graduation ceremony for Saratoga Springs High School. On behalf of the Board of Education and the entire staff of the Saratoga Springs City School District, I would like to congratulate the class of 2020 for your outstanding efforts in earning your high school diploma. As your superintendent, it is my honor to recognize your academic accomplishments and thank you for providing incredible leadership as a senior class this year. The class of 2020 is made up of a talented and passionate group of young men and women who've made a significant impact on our school community. I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done to always be there for each other, for the service you have provided to our community, the pride that you have brought to our high school, and the sacrifices that you've endured this school year. Throughout your academic careers, the class of 2020 has demonstrated outstanding leadership, scholarship, and a devotion to community service. You've challenged yourself and have successfully navigated through a rigorous academic program. You've gained valuable confidence by working collaboratively with your teachers and classmates and have learned to be flexible and adaptable to change. Your ability to work well with others, to be a good listener, to ask questions, be innovative, creative, and solve problems will serve you very well into the future. It is my hope that you take full advantage of all the wonderful experiences you have had growing up here in Saratoga Springs and apply everything that you've learned in a way that will make you happy and successful for the rest of your life. The class of 2020 has impressed all of us with your talents, kindness, and incredible school spirit. I've been amazed by your artistic creativity, your memorable musical and athletic performances, and your academic accomplishments. You have learned to work hard, have competed at the highest level, and have always put forth your best effort. The class of 2020 has explored many lifelong learning experiences both in and outside of our classrooms. Each of these experiences have helped shape your personal interests and future college and career goals. I encourage you to continue to explore your own personal pathways until you've found something that you're passionate about that will lead you to a very happy and rewarding life. Members of the class of 2020 will soon be heading off to college or entering directly into the workforce. There are also several members of this class who have made the commitment to serve our country in the United States Navy, Army, Air Force, and Marines. I would like to recognize and thank each of these graduates for your service to our great country. We are all very proud of you. Today is the opportunity to celebrate the academic accomplishments of the members of the class of 2020 who have worked hard for the past 13 years to accomplish their goal of graduation. Along the way, each of you has been influenced by many people who've inspired you, who've pushed you to the best of your abilities, and have taught you some of the most important lessons of life. The Saratoga Springs community is fortunate to have a dedicated team of administrators, teachers, counselors, and support staff who take great pride in supporting all of our students throughout their academic careers. I would like to say thank you to our entire staff for the incredible job that they have done helping the class of 2020 achieve so many wonderful accomplishments. A special thank you goes out to all of our parents and family members who've done an incredible job of raising such bright and conscientious young men and women. To all of our moms and dads, grandparents, and other family members who are celebrating with us, I want to thank you for everything you've done to support your child's educational experience. You should all be very proud of your hard work. Finally, I would like to thank two of our graduating seniors who have done an incredible job representing our student body as student representatives to the Saratoga Springs Board of Education this year. Congratulations to Hannah Reese and Cameron Lebed for the wonderful job they did serving on our school board. Hannah will be attending Penn State University, and Cameron will be attending the Rochester Institute of Technology. Good luck, Hannah and Cameron. Congratulations to the class of 2020. You should all be very proud of your accomplishments. You will always be remembered as an outstanding class. Go forward and continue to make us proud. Founded in 1900 by financier Spencer Trask and his wife Katrina, herself a poet, Yaddo is an artist community located on a 400-acre estate here in Saratoga Springs. In 1912, in accordance with the will of Katrina Trask, the coveted Yaddo Award was established. The engraved awards are from Tiffany & Company from a mold designed by sculptor Victor Brenner in honor of Katrina's late husband, Spencer. The Saratoga Springs City School District is grateful for Yaddo's continued support in making this award possible each year at our graduation ceremony. This is the 109th annual Yaddo Medal Award presentation, the most prestigious award given by the school district. The first recipients were Ada E. Smith and Roswell S. Frechette in 1912. The Yaddo Medal is awarded to the outstanding male and female graduating senior and is based on scholarship, citizenship, and character during the 4 years of attendance at Saratoga Springs High School. Katrina Trask felt that scholarship combined with character was a real test of a successful education. Candidates are selected by a vote of the entire high school faculty. For scholarship, citizenship, and character manifested during her 4 years of attendance at the high school, this medal is awarded to Trinity Hogben. For scholarship, citizenship, and character manifested during his 4 years of attendance at the high school, this medal is awarded to Casey Navin. Congratulations.
Sarah Grace Adelson, Lydia Evelyn Kukui Akalani Akaka, Brianna Aldrich, Paris Allen, Sean Amanpour, Joseph Amodio, Elliot James Armstrong, Almeda Rose Arnold, Tice Andrew Arpey, John Braden Arthur, Lauren A. Bailey, Xavier Baker, Andrew Barlow, Claire Barr, Christian Bars, Helena Bartlett, Madeline Barzy, Amina Bashir, Kyle Batts, Emily Bauer, Evan Scott Beckwith, Shreya Betty, Brooklyn Beebe, Andrew Belisle, Haley Bennett, Olivia Biasetti, Robert Bedoned, Peyton Elizabeth Graham, Megan Bissonette, Griffin Biviano, Daniel Blaisdell, Bradley M. Blake, Isabella Ann Boken, Desiree Lourdes Bolden, Alexander Frederick Bonaccio, Jenna Marie Bourgeois, Isabella Boyd, Kyle Brady, Ashley Brand, Trevor Brantigan, Maddie Ryan Breen, Kylie N. Brennan, Matthew Brennan, Marissa Ann Brestar, Angelina Rignoni, Christiana Rose Briscoe, Justin Madison Brooking, Cassidy Brown, Madeline Grace Buck, Samuel Buser, Ashling Byrne, Catherine Isabel Cairns, Anthony Calabrese, Brian Camage, Anthony Camaro, Anthony Camissa, Samantha Robin Cantor, James M. Capone, Madison Ann Caravella, McKenna Carley, Tessa Carmenucci, Caleb Charles Carpenter, Sydney Cassidy, Julie Catanzarita, A.J. Cavada, Milo Chambers, Hunter Chandler, Tyler Charnick, Jackson Thomas Cherry, Connor L. Chivers, Luke Clark, Madison Elizabeth Clark, Jordan Helene Clark, Xavier Clark, Zoe Clark, Tyler Don Clute, Gianna Cognetti, Alana Freya Cohen Tigor, Jasmine Cologne, Autumn Companion, Luke Connolly, Amber Elizabeth Connors, Sophia Feather Cook, Jack Cooper, Logan Cope, Reese Patrick Cousineau, Jackson Cox, Eve Crossett, Amalia Culpepper Ware, Ainsley Cumming, Catherine Cuneo, Alex Chakowski, Jack Chakowski, Joshua Check, Joshua Diadio, Mia D'Andrio, Bethany Candace D'Onofrio, Aidan Paul D'Agostino, Matthew Harold Dolan, Nicholas Andrew Dolan, Joanna Dalton, Julianne Dardis, Grace Davis, Jacoby Davis, Ryan Davis.
Class of 2020. Today, we celebrate our academic achievement and our transition from one phase of life to the next. We recognize years of hard work and dedication to our education. We also recognize the teachers, coaches, family, and friends who have been by our side along the way, especially in the last few months. 2020 is nothing like we envisioned it would be. We planned to spend the spring of our senior year alongside the classmates, teammates, and teachers with whom we have grown up over the last 4 years. Many of us plan to train and compete in a final season of a sport to which we have dedicated much of our lives. Others plan to perform at concerts or musicals for which they have spent countless hours preparing. All of us planned to have a senior spring filled with celebrations, prom, graduation parties, and a traditional graduation ceremony. But that all changed. Almost everything we have been looking forward to has been canceled or postponed. As a result, we have learned to be resilient and to place an even greater value on the relationships that we have formed in our time here. We have learned to adapt and to have courage. This experience will be one of the defining moments of our lives. We are all going through it. It is a shared experience that brings us together. This unity is important as we close this chapter of our lives and embark into a world marked by uncertainty. In the midst of our ongoing battle against COVID-19, we continue to fight another battle. We fight for racial equality and condemn the countless injustices faced by the Black community. We seek systemic change in a nation that is more divided than ever. We will need strong leadership to bring together the divided sides of America, and the responsibility to lead will soon pass to us. It will be hard, but it is up to us to create the lasting change that we need. This is our responsibility, and we cannot shy away from it. I encourage you to be leaders. Leadership is a choice to care about something greater than ourselves, a choice to help the person to our left and to our right. a choice to take accountability for our actions, right or wrong, and a choice to act with honesty, integrity, and most of all, humility. We must recognize our own shortcomings and admit to our failures. We must not surround ourselves only with people like us, but seek diverse viewpoints, opinions, and perspectives. Different perspectives make us better and stronger. We must continue to learn and to pursue knowledge, and we must have the hard conversations. This is how we will progress. None of the things I just described will be easy. I encourage you, as leaders, to embrace these challenges. Don't take the easy route. Success, which we earn through hard work and commitment, is more gratifying than anything that comes easily. Always challenge yourself to be better and hold yourself to a high standard. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Nothing in this world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty. I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well." We must remember this message as we head out into the world. This world is facing both a global pandemic and outcry from centuries of injustice. We must not become complacent or apathetic towards these challenges. We must stand up for what is right and work together to address them. They are not insurmountable. Humanity has overcome world wars, pandemics, and economic crises before. It will be up to us to work through these challenges we now face and the unforeseen crises of the future. Each of us, with our unique skills, will play a role in creating change and conquering these issues. Each of us has a responsibility to do so. I look forward to joining you in that responsibility. Congratulations and thank you.
Ryan Delaney, Sydney DeLeonardis, Jaden Delgado, Anna Beth Dennett, James Cole Dennis, Abigail Derlinga, Michaela Ray DiCicciolo, Dylan DeSimone, Alexander Deutsch, Emily DeVries, Ethan Dietz, David DiLoretto, Colin Dingman, Skylar Dinsmore, Cassandra L. Donaldson, Luke Doran, Skylar Dorr, Alyssa Downey, Michael Drobkin, Noah Dragoon, Aaron James Dressel, Liam Dreyer, Madeline Janine Duchaussee, Grayson DeMortier, Stephanie Renee Dusher, Robert DeBala, Matthew Dyes, Robert John Edmiston, Samuel Edwards, Patrick Egan, Gabriel Elsawi, Bryce Gervais Emery, Elizabeth Lily Emick, Liam Enright, Liam Noah Epstein, Patrick Irway, Kyla Fahy, Ronak Fanswala, Lindsay Farley, Addison Capri Farrell, Dakota Fayette, Rocky Fayette, Adele Marie Feely, Mara Catherine Fenton, Kaylee Farrow, Kira Fiber, D'Artagnan Russell Fitchner, Sophia Figliameni, J. Coleman Fignar, Braden Flanders, Noah Flanders, Skylar Flansburgh, Spencer Flansburgh, Cole Flynn, Joshua John Foley, Kylie Rose Foltz, Ashton Fox, Kirk Francis, Kurt Ronald Fredette, Corwin Friedman, Lilia Pualani Fuimano, Amethyst Moon Gallo, Destiny Rose Gardner, Nicholas Garlock, Nicholas Gibo, Ronan Gusevich, Danielle Giles, Hudson Geistfeld, Ryan Genter, Zachary Gerhardt, Sydney R. German, Abigail Getz, Jasmine Galil, Eliza Gifford, Foster Goff, Lindsay Gogan, Maxfield Goldman, Grace Goodell, Orion Goodamoke, Avinash Merchant Gosh, David Gottschalt, Caroline Chris Grabowski, Ethan Griffiths, Madeline Grant, Autumn Green, Jeffrey Green Jr., Wayne Green, Camilla Mary Green, Mark Gregory, Quentin Greco, Eric Griskowitz, James Gray Grossclose, Jenna Guthinger, Abigail Guion, Lauren Hayes, Ray Harrington, Devin Harrison, Edward Paul Hart, Demi Hartz, Austin T. Haskell, Ellie Hassey, Marley Grace Hawthorne, Emily Heck, McLaren Heck, Lauren Hegener.
Graduates, one word to describe 2020 is unprecedented. The pandemic has affected us all. While we can't control what is going on in the world around us, we can control how we respond to it. This is not the graduation you want, nor is it the graduation you deserve. The hard work you put into reaching this milestone deserves a large stage and thousands of people cheering. While we can't give you that this year, it does not diminish your accomplishment. Take pride in this achievement. Congratulations, you are officially a graduate of Saratoga Springs City School District. Go respond, go celebrate, go rejoice, go make a difference. Congratulations.
Elizabeth Herman, Luke Herdick, Jaden Hickey, William Hill, Matthew Sweeney Hogan, Griffin Hogben, Harrison Hogben, Trinity Hogben, Aiden Holmes, Haley Pearl Holmquist, Jacob Horn, Madison Hudson, Taylor Lynn Hudson, David Hunter, Allison May Hurt, Isabella Hussey, Sarah Isopo, Samuel Jacob, Caroline Kelly Jaros, David Josiah Jenks, Natalie Marie Gilson, Alec Johnson, Aaliyah Johnson, Nathaniel Johnson, Peyton Johnson, Carter Jones, Anaya Jones Dowling, Brendan Joyce, Devin Judah, Saskia Camerling, Claire Frances Kelly, Emma Kelly, Sean Byron Kempf, Hannah Kern, Avery Ketchum, Brian D. King, Jason King, Evan Klotz, Madison Lindy Colligan, Christian Kondo, Ethan Kapraski, Jackson Kosick, Elliot Kramer, Catherine Krupa, Michael Lahamadou, Catherine Claire Lacopola, Amanda Lamonda, Anthony Lamonda Jr., Caroline Lanuski, Elliot Patrick Lonnie, Anna Catherine Lansford, Jennifer LaPlanche, Joseph Lauer, Andrew Leal, Jade Leal, Charles Leary, Cameron Liebed, Jude Lee, Rachel Lee, Sophie A. Leidig, Emily Lays, Aidan Lipscomb, Robin Cynthia Lloyd, Rosemary Lockrow, Marco Lopez Campos, Jennifer Lowe, Alexander Charles Ludwig, Timothy Luce, Miranda Lynch, Rebecca Lynch, Ripley Lynch, Clark Lyons, Madigan A. Lyons, Heidi Macrod, Megan McClellan, Carly Macmillan, Maya Rose Mahar, Kate Manor, Lorenzo Marcolin, Nicholas Marin, Phoenix Martins, Anna Martinez Guzman, Joseph Marticello, Zachary Marks, Renee Lewen Maslak, Michael Andrew Maston, Natasha K. Mather, Kaylee May Mazurek, Connor McCabe, Kelly McCormick, Maya McFarland, Elizabeth Marie McGinn, Matthew McGurdy, Julia McGowan, Thomas Murphy McKiernan, Jalen McMillan Barnes, Jessica McNeil, Catherine Maybear, Jacob Patrick Meehan, Annalise Meidenbauer, Carl Meidenbauer, Keith Meidenbauer, Kurt Meidenbauer, Christian Samuel Mercado, Gavin Bernard Merton.
I wish I could have had the chance to talk to everyone from our class and their families in person. And I wish that we all could have had the chance to be together one last time. It would have been great to have had a traditional high school graduation ceremony. And it would have been great to see our school and our community try to come together to make that happen. But honestly, for me and for all of the seniors finishing up high school this spring, and for all of our families, graduating from high school represents something a lot more important than walking across the stage together wearing a cap and a gown. And it has absolutely nothing to do with whether we're in a pandemic or not. When we really stop and think about graduating from high school and what it means, it's about reflecting on our childhood in the past 7 or 13 or even 18 years that we have spent together. Of course, we remember studying hard and taking tests, but if we dig deeper, we remember the elementary school fun days and field days, book fairs and grandparent luncheons, Little League games and sectional titles, Maple Fest and musicals, Spirit Weeks, homecomings, and the junior prom. And when each of our families think about us graduating from high school, they don't just see us in a cap and gown walking across the stage. They see a bright-eyed 5-year-old missing his 2 front teeth, holding up the first fish he ever caught in Saratoga Lake. They see a carefree 9-year-old laughing with her friends as they run around in the sprinklers at the East Side Rec. They see an ecstatic 12-year-old celebrating with his team after scoring the game-winning goal at Gavin Park. And they see a proud 16-year-old driving alone for the first time after just passing her driving test. Graduating from high school is a milestone, and of course it represents tons of studying and hard work, but in the simplest of terms, this milestone symbolizes our growing up. Pandemic or not, there is nothing we can do to stop time from marching on, and it's bittersweet for sure. I know I always get nostalgic when I stop and think about my childhood. Little kids are the best. Who doesn't love to listen to a little kid belly laugh? I mean, really laugh. It's infectious, it's contagious. And my hope for all of us as we grow up is to always maintain a great sense of humor and never take ourselves too seriously. Think back to when everyone was friends with everyone, running around on the playground together because you didn't have to be anyone but yourself. I hope that we can try to get back to a place where we don't judge each other too quickly and always try to give each other the benefit of the doubt. And remember when you used to jump out of bed every morning with a huge smile on your face, ready to take on the world? I hope that we can all try to hold on to that childlike enthusiasm and try to always have a positive outlook on whatever life throws at us. They tell us it isn't easy to grow up in times like these, but honestly, when has it ever been easy to grow up? I think the best we can do is to hold on to some of the most important qualities of childhood. To never lose your sense of humor, to never judge people prematurely, and to always try to have an enthusiastic outlook on life. If we can do our best to hold on to these ideals, we should be able to navigate whatever comes our way next with grace and passion and a little bit of laughter. And so, as we look to begin the next chapter of our lives, we will hold on to all of the fond childhood memories that we have made here together over the past 18 years. From elementary to high school, from the Congress Park Carousel to Ben & Jerry's, and from SPAC to the track, Saratoga Springs will always have a special place in our hearts. So go out there and take on the world, but remember to never truly let your childhood go.
Jordan Maxwell Mesquita, Kasia Mevison, Isaiah Mayer, Aiden Millens, Nathaniel Miller, Morgan Millington, Diego Montes, Caroline Morin, Sajid Muharis, McKenna Rose Mulholland, Ryan Mulvey, Sam Monroe, Andrew Carl Maraskus, Maxwell Storm Maraskus, Joseph Murphy, Shane Murphy, Garrett John Myers, Johanna Renee Nally, Casey Navin, Sebastian Niemer Cabrera, Caitlin Elizabeth Nero, Sutton Nichols, Jared Nightingale, Alexander Nicola, Clarissa Noakes, Daniel Novick, Kathleen K. O'Brien, Charlotte O'Connell, Emily O'Connell, Catherine Elizabeth O'Hara, Madeline O'Malley, Michaela Oler, Connor Ogden, Mac Thomas Ogden,
Madeline Alexander Oak,
Ross Olson, Robert Max Ott, Ella Marie Ouimet, Laura Palladini, Robert Palermo Jr., Melvin Palma, Bronwyn Carter Palmieri, Guadalupe Pantoja, Nicholas Pallone, Graydon Parker, Thomas Parrish, Kiernan Patterson, Michael Pazdursky, Emily Pecora, Lucas Pelletier,
Nicole Pelliccia,
Charlotte Elizabeth Perella, Megan Ann Phelps, Riley Case Phillips, Natalie Piero Felder, William Poland II, Casey Aaron Powers, Jacob Pratt, Troy Pren, Vincent Prime, Darson G. Providence, Caleb Thomas Quackenbush, Leah Paige Radovic,
Ryan M. Reganey,
Briggs Reagan, Alexa Jillian Rahman, Joshua William Ralston, Jason Ramos Montañez, Caroline Marie Reels, Luca X. Reeder, Hannah Gabrielle Reese, Caitlin Rion, Samuel Razoo, Aidan Michael Reynolds, Megan Rose Riom, Connor Michael Richards, Macy Rickman, Spencer J. Ripchick, Tessa Rivenberg, Alexa Maria Roberts, Kristen Elizabeth Rodecker, Abigail Grace Rodriguez, Olivia Ann Rose, Isabella Rossi, Christopher Rotop, Molly Ruff, Jasada Retigliano, Vincent Sablich, Yotham Sage, Caitlin Saltzgaver, Isabel Sarton, Angelica Saka, Anna Bella Saka, Rebecca Saka, Victoria Saka, Margaret Ann Scala, Gavin Theodore Schapp, Jaya Schalberg, Joseph Shivo, Evan Schmid, Megan Amelia Olive Shorp, Sydney Shoemaker, Skylar Shirako, Abigail Searles, Shamir Shafi.
Good morning, Saratoga! And congratulations, class of 2020.
You made it!
My name is Caitlin Duranda.
And my name is Mark Duranda.
And we are honored to be the faculty speakers this year. Thank you to this incredible senior class for selecting us. And at the very least, thank you to these seniors for giving us a reason to wear the most normal clothes we've worn in months.
And that's saying a lot because we're wearing these gowns.
On behalf of the entire faculty and staff of the Saratoga Springs City School District, we'd also like to welcome the families, friends, and community members who are watching today. Having spent so much time apart this spring, many of us understand even more deeply the village of support it took to bring your students successfully to this day. Students, please take a moment now to thank the people around you who have supported you along the way. If they're not with you at this moment, please remember to thank them later.
And now to each of you, the Blue Streaks, the Saratoga Springs High School class of 2020. What we celebrate here today is an incredible accomplishment. It is a milestone on the way to your future, marking an end of the beginning. From here, you will set out along your unique path. You will be attending institutions of higher learning, stepping bravely into the workforce, learning and mastering new trades, doing missionary work at home and abroad, taking gap years to care for family and learn about yourself, attending military academies, and even enlisting in the armed forces. We would like to extend the gratitude of each and every member of our community to those who are choosing to serve our country.
Four years ago, a group of new faces walked into the building to begin their Blue Streak journey. They nervously tried to find their classroom in a building that felt too big and hoped the people in their classes would be kind, funny, and help them feel welcome. You might have been one of those faces. Two more of them are looking back at you today. We have never known the high school without the class of 2020 in its hallways. You were the students who welcomed us on our very first day at Saratoga, and we feel lucky to have the opportunity to see you off today and celebrate your accomplishments. Watching you all learn, lead, and grow has helped define what it means to be a Blue Streak in our minds, and you've set an example to which other classes should aspire.
We've watched you break school records and also break some lab materials, perform in school musicals, plays, and concerts, and in our classrooms when an impromptu sing-along inevitably breaks out. Win section championships, win science research competitions, persevere through difficult challenges in the classroom, learn to believe in the power of your own voice, and much more. We've watched you be leaders in inclusion, band together in support of causes that are important to you, display boundless compassion during times of loss, and truly become role models in our school community. It's clear that you all have spent the last 4 years bringing the storm.
However, you all have weathered many storms of your own. This spring alone, you've endured the pandemic, remote learning, the cancellation of countless events that you've been anticipating all year, earthquakes, that's right, who remembered there was an earthquake in March, tornadoes, health and economic crises in your own homes and community, civil unrest around the country and world. We know the senior year you expected to have feels woefully unfinished. Let us tell you, life is full of interruptions. Trust us, as teachers, there will always be something that is going to interrupt what you had planned. It's easy to view the notion of unfinished as a void. It can be important to mourn, to grieve, and to wonder. But today, we urge you to remember this. Unfinished is not to be feared. Unfinished can be a gift, a permission, a challenge.
First, as educators, it's important for us to remind you that though your time in the classroom may end, your education is never complete. One of our greatest gifts is our power to keep learning and keep growing long after our formal education is finished. Explore your interests wholeheartedly and extend out of your comfort zone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Listen to people who don't look like you, don't sound like you, don't think like you. Learn to hold their ideas in your mind simultaneously with your own, and choose which ideas still feel true and right and just, and which you're ready to let go.
Second, remember that though you have been formed by the world in which you are raised, your own personal growth remains unfinished as well. There will be moments where you are doing great things, but there will also be moments where you are learning hard lessons that will help you on the road to doing the next great thing in your life. This is not easy. It takes courage, curiosity, and vulnerability, showing up to make yourself and the world around you better, even when you don't know what the outcome may be. It requires admitting when you are wrong and trusting that the hard lessons, and there will be hard lessons, are giving you opportunities to grow. Grant yourself permission to take life's challenges as chances to remold, reshape, and refine.
Third, know that though friendships may change, great loves may end, and people may pass away, the impact others have on you for good can remain unfinished throughout your life. Whether with you for a lifetime or only a season, the time you've spent together will continue to influence you for years to come. Surround yourself with a group of people who challenge and inspire you in such a way that their lessons are with you for a lifetime. We have already seen how your class has continued to spread joy through your small actions each day, just as you learned from mentors like Mr. Flanders and Coach Belli. We have seen you persevere when things are difficult and show us boundless compassion, just as you learned from Kristen Schinnebarger and Parker Hayes. These beloved members of the SSHS family continue to shine their light through each one of you. We'd like to observe a moment of silence as we feel their presence and impact here with us today.
Lastly, remember that we live in an unfinished community, an unfinished country, an unfinished world. Too often, things happen because that's the way they've always been. You may feel that you are too young to impact the world in any tangible way. We are here to tell you that nothing is further from the truth. Your generation brings a new perspective the world has not yet seen. You have the power to enact change every day through actions large and small. We've already seen seeds of this power in you. Regional campaigns to unite the class of 2020 through t-shirt sales while benefiting charities, fundraisers and food drives, and quietly, humbly, in a million small actions of kindness and inclusion. You are the class who sits with the student alone at lunch. You are the class who passes the ball to everyone on the team. You are the class who advocates for inclusion, not just in word, but in action.
If we haven't made it clear, you're kind of a big deal. The world is a better place with each and every one of you in it. New problems will arise, old problems will resurface, and the world is going to need you to fix them. The world will need the person you've become over the past 4 years and the person you will continue to become throughout the rest of your life. When the world says you're too young, push back and show your strength. When the world feels dark, feel it with brightness and positivity.
Blue Streaks, it might seem easy to see yourselves as a class marked by interruptions and disappointments. We urge you to rewrite that narrative. So little of life will be defined by the plans you make for yourselves. Rather, it will be defined by the way you choose to respond when your plans remain unfinished. Unfinished invites you to continue learning, questioning, and refining. Unfinished is a permission slip for growth.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Keep fighting for better for yourself, for others, and for the world.
Keep bringing the storm.
Luke Shapiro, Samantha Shapiro, Skylar Shea, Matthew Sherlock, Elizabeth Ann Siebenek, Luke Christopher Sewert, Sarah Signor, Billie Jean Simonson, Joseph Sklenaric, Molly Davis Smack, Elijah Smith, Faith Smith, Autumn Sokup, Arlie Sewell, Chloe Noel Sova, Jillian Leonora Sperano, Daniel Spillane, Mia Staley, Cameron William Stewart, Evan Daniel Steves, Jade Darby Strauss, Ethan Stuthman, Sophia Rory Wolf Sulkin, Caroline Susko, Mackenzie Suttle, Melissa Swires, Jacob Szymanski, Sean Tabor, Brady Quinn Taylor, Kendra Elena Teeter, Daniel Tetrotnik, Lily Elise Tatro, Maximus John Titu, Michael Theobald, Shannon Marie Thomas, Walter Thompson, Ashley Toot, Shay Marie Tracy, Grant Travis, Jack Trimmings, Brian Truax, Clayton Trumbull, Zariah Lee Tofino, Grace Olivia Usack, Anthony Velastro, Christian Van Avery, Cade Kevin Varco, Olivia Vavasor, Mark Anthony Vera, Jackson Vick, Sky Vilka, Callie Page Wagner, Aiden Waite, Dakota Walker, Eloise Walsh, Sylvie Waters, Zeph Watkins, Caleb Weber, Olivia Grace Whedon, Chelsea Wertans, Emily Kerrigan Whalen, John Stewart Wheatley, Jack James Whitaker, Lily Marie White, Connor Wickert, Christia Joy Wiegand, Sean Wiggins, Jasmine Willie, Abe Williams, Jake Williams, Grammarian Wilmot, Jordan Wool, Emma Roble, Maya Loren Yefamenko, Hunter Bryce York, Abby Rose Zacharias, Tyler Zeker, Matthew Zehall, Samuel Zimmerman, Wendy Sean Zimmerman, Arlo Zwicker, Olivia Zwickel.
Wow, what a year this has been. It's a great honor to be giving the final speech of this year's graduation ceremony, one that wraps up a year that will soon live infamously in the history books. Throughout the last 13 years, we, the more than 500 students that make up Saratoga Springs High School's class of 2020, have grown to become a very special class of Blue Streaks. But what is a Blue Streak? We've all heard that mocking question once or twice in our school careers, whether we saw it plastered on social media the night before a big game, or we heard it chanted at us as we stormed the court after a big win. Since it's hard to have a comeback for that teasing question when it's being asked by a bulldog or an eagle, no points for originality there, I thought I'd try to come up with an answer instead. The term Blue Streak is ultimately a highly subjective term, ever-changing to fit the personas of those lucky enough to call themselves one. Blue Streaks are intelligent. More than 500 of us are being recognized today for having tirelessly devoted ourselves to our academics for 13 years. Blue Streaks are resourceful. We are constantly finding new, innovative solutions for the modern problems we face. Take this year, for example. Our adaptivity to these seemingly ever-changing circumstances leaves us better equipped to respond to life's future obstacles. Blue Streaks are accomplished. During our time as Blue Streaks, we've won countless interscholastic athletic, academic, debate, and music competitions, and those are just the obvious wins. No less important are our quiet, personal accomplishments, each of those victories bringing us one step closer to graduation day. Blue Streaks are revolutionary. Our class is filled with young activists, laying the foundation for a better tomorrow and constantly inspiring others to do the same. Blue Streaks are scholars and athletes, artists and musicians, leaders and visionaries. Although there is no one answer to the question, what's a Blue Streak? I know one thing is for sure. We are people with power to change the world. As we enter this new chapter of our lives, we enter a world in which we still have much to learn. However, do not forget what you already know. Use what you've learned in your time here and continue to build on it as you grow. I ask you all to make one promise to yourself right now. A promise to enter this new world with your shoulders back and your head held high. Believe in yourself and know that your possibilities are endless. Now let's go show the world what it means to be a Blue Streak. Thank you and congratulations.